I am here tonight because I believe that marriage is supposed to be full. I believe that marriage is supposed to be beautiful. I believe that marriage is supposed to be strong, not that there's one person strong. Both parties are strong. And I believe wholeheartedly that marriage is based on two equal roles, not one being stronger than the other, one leading the other or telling the other person what to do. I believe that it takes both parties working on themselves. I believe that it takes both parties doing the healing within themselves. I believe that it takes two, as it is written, for it to ever become one. And I do not believe that when you get married that you are to submit and to forgo and to let down or to kill who you are. I believe that if that moment you say I do, that it is a call of sign of action for you to go hard at work, to build yourself, to strengthen yourself, to build your identity and to know who you are. Because in order for I do to be something solid, in order for two to become one, there must be one. There must be you, and you must be solid, and you must know who you are. Because I have watched, including in my life, that when you say I do and you get married, or even when we are dating, it happens at that level, that we forego ourselves and our identity to conform to what we think marriage should be, what we are told it should be, what we've seen in our heritage, maybe even in our family. Maybe the fact that what we saw in our family, we don't want it to be, so we're working hard at being the opposite, but is that truly who we are? I believe that marriage can only survive in today, not from what it was before, what you see around you. I believe that marriage today can only be fought from within the two people that are saying I do, and can only be one when both people are solid, they're individuals, and they come together strong. They can fight and endure anything. So now let's fast forward, and I meet the most amazing man. I mean, we're talking from the sound of his voice, he sounded like the Ken that I would play with my Barbies. Why am I telling you this story? Is because in that moment, I believe that because it was the voice of Ken, that this was going to be the perfect marriage of all, the perfect relationship, the perfect man. Everything was going to be perfect. It's Ken. So I fell head over heels in love. Oh my gosh, I just thought there's no way. I remember telling my friend Patty when I heard the voice, I said, I'm telling you, that's my husband. There's no way that this person could have Ken's voice if it wasn't my husband. And that was only on day 4. Quit and I fell for each other quicker than anything. That 6 months later, we were literally engaged and married. 6 months. We winked on May 10th, got married on November 1st. I do not recommend that to anybody. Let me say that again. I do not recommend that to anyone. And then on top of that, we got married November 1st, December 16th, he was deployed for a year. As things got more tough, as things got tough with Quint, my daughter was also now on that bandwagon as well. And then a moment happened. I'm not a yeller, even though y'all hear me get excited. I don't yell. Me and Quint don't yell and scream at each other. We don't. Quint had another moment where lo and behold, he did almost the exact same thing. And this was the moment that needed to happen. The thing that I was broken in was that I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't know how to choose me. I didn't know how to love me. I didn't know how to fight for me. But that's what was now being presented, was the fact that now it was a choice of me choosing to love me and love myself, to fight for myself. Me choosing to realize my worth and my value in order for me to know that if this person doesn't see it, then we can't be. That something happened in our living room, that something raised up in me, that I slammed my hand on the table. I yelled and screamed and I commanded and demanded all these things that I wanted. And I told him so many things in that moment that I'd never had said to him. And I did it with rage. And I did it with anger. that it shocked Quint because I was never that woman. I was the Stepford wife. I was the one that was trying to mold and do and trying to conform and be in a way that I thought I was supposed to be, how my foundation was laid. But the woman that raised up that day, a lion showed up, and you can't put a lion back in a cave once it's come out and roared. That now the fight was for me to raise up that queen, to love myself and choose myself, to not allow the things that did not go and the things that were not right and things that did not respect and honor me to speak up. Choose me, that even if I was the only person in the room or the only person in the family, I will fight for myself. I will love myself because I am something and I am worthy and I am of value. That, as I mentioned on one of the other shows, that is where now, because of that now it started to affect Quint. It started to now cause Quint to have to look at his life, look at his past, look at his pain, because the woman I was becoming, I was gonna make sure that he did. We were gonna deal with all those issues as I was dealing with all my issues. We were gonna talk it out, we were gonna face it, we were gonna fight, or there wouldn't be a marriage. And we went to war. We warred in this home. We warred and fought each other, and we fought every single thing within ourselves that needed to be dealt with, every single thing that needed to be talked about. And we were going to have it where we were each going to be equals or not at all, and you were going to love me and honor and protect me and respect me, and I'm going to do the same with you, or there is not a marriage. And it has only been in these moments, it has only been in this time that me and Quint have been able to finally have a marriage. A marriage is something that's about two people being individuals coming together as one. A marriage is about two people being strong in who they are, coming together and now being a force. So you can face anything when there's two of you combined together as one. It is not meant for one person to lead only and carry it all. And it's not meant for one person to follow. It's meant for two to be side by side, joined together as a force to be able to face it all, including every challenge that they face in their marriage, that they face individually, they don't face it alone, and that they face the world. Because everything is against anything right now that is something. This is truly where, by me becoming free to love myself in my true authenticity, to becoming free from all of this pain, all my past, for Quint now to be dealing with those things and becoming free, can we be free to love each other? Can we be free now to become a true entity, a couple? Can we be free now to endure? I found that when I truly stood in who I was and loved myself, that I could give love, but I also could receive love. And I found that when the other person does the same, so can they. And what could we do together? We are all bound by things of our past. We are all bound by things that have been done to us, things we've seen, or even things that we were taught. In today, we cannot take what we see that marriage is supposed to be in relationships and to go by that. We can't even go by things of the past. We've got to face each other and face what is in front of each other. And it's only through coming together as one and warring in those things can you truly create a marriage. I found that a marriage is not really something that's created when you say, I do. A marriage is something that is created and developed when you learn how to do and live life together, how to be there for each other, how to pour into each other and strengthen each other, how to sharpen each other, and how if two people are leading or two people are strong, what you can endure and prevail. I found that our marriage doesn't look like any other marriage out there. And I found that even though we each are individuals, we were put together, me and Quint, to come together, to be there for each other. And honor and respect is one of the biggest things of all. But the value of each other in life is number one. I know that with all the different people that I have coached, one of the biggest things that I have seen is the challenge of what people think they are to be as a husband and what they are supposed to be as a wife. And I know that all of those things have got to be laid down, because we truly can't be those things until we are free to just be ourselves. And it is only when those two people show up can something be created, and it's not something that's written already out there. It's something that's happening new within that couple. Quint and I had to go with what we went through. We had to come to a place of having something so big, whether that's to marriage infidelity, or with us, it was about the value of life. To me, the pain is the same. There is no different. And we each had to honor ourselves individually, to love ourselves, but to also heal ourselves. Because when you don't heal yourself, then you're bringing that into a marriage. And now you're causing the other person to have to be the one to heal those things for you. And that's hard when the marriage is already hard. We each have to do our part to heal ourselves. We each have to do our part to get help. We each have to do our part to get healthy. Or like I said before, what are we bringing into a marriage, and what kind of marriage do we have? And then what we're telling the other person by us not doing the work, that this now, the troublesome marriage is the marriage that we want, versus working hard for the one that you truly know you deserve and that y'all want and deserve together. And then what happens in that marriage, you become exhausted from all the fighting, from all the bickering, from all the feeling forsaken, or the things that never change just get repeated like a Groundhog's Day. That it's truly easy for you to get to a place because nothing's different, everything's the same, and you're tired and you're exhausted to say, I'm done, and walk away. But when you each tend into yourselves, you're each doing the work to grow yourself and heal yourself. Now y'all are healthier, you're stronger. And now when you bring those two together, what you can do, and it doesn't mean you don't have challenges, but now you're stronger, both of you, to face those things together. And it takes two to be able to endure a marriage. It takes two people being equal in order to be able to take on the burden and to take on the heavy fight of marriage. It's not meant for the man to carry it all, and it's not meant for the woman to do it all. But if they do it together and they fight together, what it could be. And if you find yourself in a relationship or a marriage where it is all just you, or you're not honored and respected, or you're the only one that's fighting, or you feel like in that relationship there is no you, we've got a huge issue and a problem. And that is not how it is supposed to be or meant to be. A marriage has to be about both of those things. Because if it's not a marriage. It's just two people living together and just taking what they get and just saying, you know what? We're just going to just stay married for the sake of staying married, not for the sake of being married and what marriage really stands for. Now, again, this may not have helped anybody, but I know that this is definitely something that I've been holding on to for a while, and I was thinking about it. And when my daughter said what she said the other night, I just knew, even if it's only one person, even if somebody is in a relationship, man or woman right now, where they feel like they're not important or significant in their marriage, you are somebody. You matter. You are worthy. You are loved. And your life is priceless and your life is precious. And it may be that having your voice and standing up in that marriage is the thing that changes your marriage. And don't be scared. And don't become frail. And even if you see them challenged, don't go sit down. Because maybe that's what needs to happen in order for the marriage to change, because that can't stay that way. And no, I don't believe that divorce is always the answer. I'm sorry. I don't. But I am going to say this. I do believe that if you're loved more than anything and you are the most priceless thing in the world, then why would you not have a marriage that makes you feel the same way? And why would you not have somebody loving you that makes you feel the same way? And how is there a relationship when it's all about how you make them feel, but it's never about how they make you feel? Well, that's not a relationship at all. That's community service. It's not a marriage at all. That's you being a caretaker or a nurse. A marriage is about two people, equal, given to each other. And it's definitely about the number one thing, honoring each other, especially when it comes to their life. And that life is of value and worth.
Hey superheroes, it's TA, your Interpreneur Coach. So excited you were able to join me again today for another empowering superhero video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like and share the video. And turn on that notification so that you never miss another episode. And I look forward to seeing you again as we suit up to unleash the superhero within for victory.